Did you know that you can make your favorite island of relaxation or even entertainment right in your kitchen? More on how to make your kitchen that kind of a place on this week's Cozy Heavens. There is a clear line of distinction between a kitchen and a kitchen that functions. To help us understand what this is all about, we have Sam Wanjohi, the Managing Director of Foresight Interiors Limited. Thank you very much, Sam.
Yeah, thank you, Patrick,
for joining us on the show. It's always a pleasure. Now, when we talk about functionalities of a kitchen, what exactly do we mean?
Well, we mean that the kitchen is a space that is meant to be used for a specific purpose, which is cooking. But there are other purposes that come into play, such as entertainment, congregation of the family. So a functional kitchen is one that meets all these criteria, and everybody's criteria might be a bit different, especially depending on their culture. But generally, what we try and do is find out what are the key requirements of the family and incorporate that into a kitchen design that works for them.
And when we talk about entertainment in the kitchen, most people might wonder what sort of entertainment are we talking about here?
Well, today we have houses we fitted out where we put flat screen televisions in the kitchen because maybe the wife enjoys cooking and would like her husband to keep her company, or the kids to also be in the kitchen. So you'll find you'll have flat screen 32-inch television within the kitchen design. You might have bar stools for younger homes where they entertain friends a lot. So you might have a kitchen bar. The entertainment really, so television, maybe music systems incorporated, bar area for drinks, barbecue kind of cookers, which allow people to have a little indoor barbecue. All these kind of things.
When we talk dining and food preparation and entertainment, just how best can one attain them?
Well, the best way is to have a custom built kitchen, which is what Foresight Interiors does. We delve into what the client's lifestyle is like and what the size of their home, and come up with something that fits the functionalities required by that specific client. So like I said, even looking at cultures and also encouraging the use of a kitchen as an entertainment area, because at first meeting point, people will come and not having perceived that they're going to be using the kitchen that way. Then once we build it that way, you find that even the man of the home starts spending time in the kitchen because it's just the most beautiful room in the house and the most comfortable.
Okay, and what are some of the features that define these functional kitchens?
If you have the space, a kitchen island is one very good one to have because it allows people to work on one side and people to sort of sit on the other side and interact that way. You can do it at different heights, so it can be at a bar height or at a dining level height, so it allows for different kind of food serving right there and then. So instead, a lot of people would have breakfast on their island rather than having to take dishes all the way to the dining room, which is time consuming in the morning. So you just serve it as you wash up in the morning. Another big one is the type of appliances you have. So for instance, you could take a long time if you didn't have to fry things, if you don't incorporate a very good gas burner with a very big flame. So that also makes for a much more functional kitchen, having a very big flame, maybe mixing some gas burners with electric burners, some barbecue grills, large kind of fridge freezer. And then very important is the flow of everything. So it's very easy to walk around, and if you're cooking, your sink, your oven, your hob, and your fridge are sort of within the same area of the kitchen. So you're not crisscrossing all over the place while you're trying to prepare a meal.
Okay, and speaking about all these functions, which not only make life easy and enjoyable, but also brings beauty to modern kitchens, someone might ask, is it something that's applicable to both large and limited spaces when it comes to kitchens?
Yeah, definitely. In fact, I'd say the more limited space you have, the more important great design for your kitchen becomes, because you have less to work with, and therefore you need a lot of good ideas to make it come to life. It's equally important for bigger spaces. Bigger spaces, then you have a lot to work with. You can be a lot more creative, and we can go as far as the client will let us go with that. But yeah, definitely, it's really for everybody. The kitchen is the most important room in the house, and it has to be treated that way when it comes to designing and fitting it out.
Okay, finally, Sam, having dealt with kitchen fitting and cabinetry for quite a long time, what are some of the expert tips that you can share with your clients, or you normally share with your clients whenever they decide to, just incorporate modern kitchen designs in their spaces?
Okay, I guess the number one tip I'd say is keep an open mind. Do a little bit of research so that you kind of know. With the internet nowadays, you can see thousands and thousands of photos of examples out there. So it's good to get an idea of what you want, what kind of design, what kind of colors feel good to you, and then we are much more able to build around that. Yes.
Much appreciation, Sam.
Okay, thank you, Patrick. Yeah, lovely.
Thank you so much. And that's just about it from this week's episode of Property Weekly. Should you have any questions, comments, or suggestions, you can send them through the number 7585, starting with the word property. Our email address remains propertyweekly@mediamax.co.ke. Until next week, same time, same station, I've been your host, Patrick Igunza.